Zel Boy Army, what is going on? It is your boy Zelonius, my spicy, beautiful friend back here, Mr. Ainsley Harriott. We're here today with another banger of a video. We're looking at the meta, what is the meta, what type of players fit the meta, and I've built you a team of 11 players that to me suit the meta to a T. It's not a literal team pre-built that you can just go buy them and use because the chemistry doesn't work, but all these players I'd highly recommend sticking to any sort of team you want on this game. Every one of these players is brilliant on FIFA 20 and will do you a fantastic job. If you've not already subscribed to my channel and you're new here, if you want videos looking at tactics, formations, I give you videos a day or two after new patches come out to help you adjust to new patches when I've tested them, player advice, anything you can think of that will help you improve at FIFA. This is the channel for you, so please subscribe. And if you're a subscriber who's watching this video, make sure you've got your notifications turned on, so every time a video goes live, you've got it there ready to watch straight away. And please, if you enjoy these videos, like them, comment on them. As the channel grows, I can maybe do some more exciting stuff for the channel, but I really appreciate all the new subscribers and the support of the channel recently. Hope you enjoy this video. Let's get into it. I don't want to see a comment telling me, Zel, this team doesn't have chemistry. Zel, these players don't link together. That is not the purpose of this video, so don't put that in the comments. You got it? Okay. First, before we really look at the team and what the meta is, you need to think about what the meta formations are. Any video I've done in the last 2 months is pretty much going to cover every single formation that I think is viable right now on this game. 4-4-2 and 4-2-3-1, in my opinion, are the two most meta strongest formations in the game right now. I've done in-depth videos looking at them both, so if you really want to see what I think about them explained in more depth, some gameplay of me using them, go back and check those out on the channel. They will give you a lot more in-depth analysis of why those formations are so strong and why you should use them. But the reason I'm talking about formations before we even get into the team is because you need to decide on your formation before you build the team. I would never recommend to use the narrow diamond on FIFA 20. It just doesn't work in my opinion, because the only way to get it to work is you need width from the fullback and then you just get countered down the wings. But if you really wanted to play the narrow diamond, then you have to think, I've got to have 2 centre mids and a CDM. If you're playing the 4-4-2, your 2 centre mids need to be able to do everything from attack to defence. If you're playing the 4-2-3-1, you can get away with a CDM who maybe isn't as good going forward. So these are important things to think about. So in my opinion, the strongest results you will get if you can play these formations properly is the 4-2-3-1 or the 4-4-2. So that's a good starting platform to begin with, in my opinion. Then if you want tactics, I've got you covered, go check those out. Then you have to think about, how does the game play? So what works on this game? Is it like FIFA 19 where if you're 6'6" with 99 jumping, you're instantly in the team even if you have 5 pace? No. Heading's pretty irrelevant on this game. It's why Gold CR7 was nowhere near as strong on this game compared to FIFA 19. So you don't need to have really tall players. You can see I've got Marcelo in. Last year Marcelo on FIFA 19, because he was small, what's his jumping? 83 jumping and 5'9", that would have just been unusable. You just could not have used that on FIFA 19. So you have to think about what works on the game. Keepers, we'll start from the back up to the attackers and talk about how the meta plays. For keepers, it's not a big deal too much what keeper you have, as long as you have an 89 plus keeper. I always recommend Stegen. Just for me, he seems the most glitchy keeper, and by that I mean he's just insane. Every time I play against Stegen, I feel like hitting my head against the wall, because I'm just like, what am I playing against here? I'll hit shots that seem to go in against everyone, but Stegen says no. Van der Sar also seems a bit like that to me. Then you've got your standard Alissons, De Gea's. Playing them with Courtois seems an absolute beast when I play against him. Keepers are so cheap that for me, no matter what the meta is, the better keepers play better. Just invest in a good keeper because they're so cheap. But if you can get anyone in, I would generally recommend Stegen. Don't ever go for Team of the Year Alisson. Waste of coins. Okay, fullbacks. For me, one of the main metas on this game is being able to keep the ball and play through balls down the line. So to do that, you need a fullback who can pass, who can dribble, preferably a decent weak foot. It's one of the reasons that I've never used Kyle Walker on FIFA 20, because he's a little bit clunky on the ball. His passing's okay, but not that good. And I think he only has a 2 or 3 star weak foot. I think it's 2 star, I could be wrong, but weak foot, it's not... If there's a perfect fullback other than his weak foot, don't not use him. But for me, weak foot's really important. So, one of the reasons I've put Renan Lodi in is he's rapid, he's got good weak foot, his passing's very, very good, he's brilliant on the ball, and he's got good aggression. The meta this year for defenders, one of the key stats I look for every time I'm picking a defender is aggression. Aggression, aggression, aggression. It is such an important stat on FIFA 20. I feel like on last FIFA it didn't matter that much. It was more about how tall your player was in the hitbox. So this is what I'm talking about when we're looking at the meta of a game. Let me just get the Google definition of the word meta. What does it say? Denoting a change of position or condition. This isn't very helpful. Okay. The Google definition of meta isn't very helpful, so I'll give you the Zelboy definition of meta. The meta is what, if you play this to the highest level of it, currently will be the best way to play the game. Just because something is the meta doesn't literally mean it's the best, because something might be undiscovered. But generally, most pros and top level players will play the meta because that's what works best right now. On FIFA 19, players with big hitboxes were amazing at tackling. On this game, not so much. Hullet, Vieira still have the crazy legs that just make silly tackles, but it's not as big a deal as last FIFA. If you have someone who's 5'6" but has 99 aggression, they will be an animal. Dominguez from Argentina in the Serie A League is future star. He's small, but got 99 aggression, he wins so many tackles. So if you can get a fullback with good aggression, that will make a huge difference to your team. Even if they're not that strong, they will still win a lot of tackles. So fullbacks, the meta for that for me is quick. So you want 90 plus pace, good on the ball. They don't need to be quite as good as Renan Lodi, but it will make a big difference. Good passing, at least 3-star weak foot so they can play on either foot, and aggression. Centre back, you don't need to be as good on the ball. 42 balance, 70 agility, 61 dribbling for Varane sounds pretty bad, but for me it still works well enough. He's still good enough on the ball, because with your centre backs, you just played it quite simple. You're not really playing chip through balls from your centre backs. If you have team of the year Van Dijk, maybe you can start doing a few different crazy stuff. But your centre backs for the most part are just recycling possession, giving it back to your midfield, or giving it to the fullbacks. I'd like at least 3-star weak foot preferably, because 3-star weak foot, what it's really nice with is that it means that your centre back is not that likely to get put in a position where they're going to make a really bad pass that could screw you over. Again, at centre back, you want pace, because pace is so much better on FIFA 20 than it has been the last few FIFAs. You don't need to be as fast as Varane, but having a centre back this fast is really good. 80 plus pace for me at this point of the game would be really good. Varane's maybe not quite as good as he could be because of that aggression, but because he's so fast and got such high defensive stats and strength, it makes up for it. Varane's very meta for me because he's quick, he's decent enough on the ball because his passing's very solid, and he's French and La Liga, Real Madrid, he's very easy to fit into teams. David Luiz, decent weak foot, pretty quick, very good on the ball. Like those stats for a centre back are brilliant on the ball. His passing's amazing, very good defensive stats, aggression and strength make him an absolute animal. Those stats, for me, I've used him nearly 300 games now. One of the best players I've used all FIFA. I had Team of the Year players in and preferred David Luiz, like that card's just crazy. And he's not too hard to fit into teams. Obviously, that was a flashback SBC you might not be able to do right now. But he's got the CDM card that if you wanted to play with centre back, you could easily slot in. Semedo absolutely fits the meta to a T. He's even got the skill moves. He's got a good weak foot. He's rapid. His ability on the ball is very good. His dribbling, agility, short passing. His defending stats are fantastic. It says only 84, but he has 88 interceptions and standing tackle because his heading accuracy is awful. But you don't need heading because it's so irrelevant on this game. He's got 98 stamina, so he can run all day and very high aggression. You can start to see the consistency that I'm talking about with the defenders. When we get to the CDMs, Mendy and Marcelo are the two that I've picked because they just have everything generally that you want at CDM. And like I said, any player who fits the meta Like, so we have meta in terms of the gameplay and the style you want to play and what works on FIFA 20. But you also have to look at the meta players who generally get picked. I've just got Flashback Rooney for my team because I have enough icons I can fit him into the team. But Rooney's never going to be a meta card because he plays in the Championship and he's English, so there's not many good chemistry links. So the meta cards who fit into a lot of teams are going to be the players who have strong chemistry links to other good players. I've put a talent in the team because I think he suits this game to a T and maybe is the best value elite card in the game right now. But if I was doing a general meta video, like the literal players who generally get in most teams, Mbappe and Neymar at this point of the game would probably be the two. But Mendy and Marcelo, they're very easy to fit into teams. This Mendy and Varane have a triple strong link, which just makes the chemistry so easy. Marcelo can connect to any of these guys, and the fact he's Brazilian is so good. This Mendy at CDM is insane. At CDM, having a medium height players are pretty good. He's physically insane, he can run all game, his defending stats are pretty solid. If you stick an anchor on him, my word, he's going to have like 97 pace, okay shooting, decent passing, decent on the ball. Like, his passing and dribbling aren't insane, but you have to remember, he's got 5-star weak foot, which is amazing. So he can turn and play either way. And then his physical stats are great. Yeah, if people are watching my stream, by the way, because I'm recording this video live, if you've never watched my stream, check it out in the link. A link in the description below. I stream every single day. It's where you can get more access to me and ask me questions live while I'm streaming. One of the people watching my stream mentioned that I miss Luis Felipe as a player. He's in my top 10 value best players in the game right now in terms of the best value. He's like 100 to 150k and can fit into any team. I did put him in this team because he's not quite as easy to link into teams as some of these, but he's a very meta player in terms of he suits how the game works. Marcelo, 5-star, 4-star. It might sound crazy saying this, but genuinely, this Marcelo, if you compare his stats to prime Ronaldinho, it's not a crazy difference. I think he's got better physical stats, obviously way better defending. Ronaldinho's slightly got better dribbling. They have the same skill moves and weak foot, similar passing. Ronaldinho's a little bit quicker and a little bit better finishing, quite a bit better long shots. But the cards are very comparable. The main difference, I would say, is probably Dino has his own animations for dribbling. But this Marcelo, as you can see, this is from CDM. He averages a goal or an assist every 2 games from me, or slightly over, which is insane for a CDM. He has absolutely everything. He could play centre mid for you. He could even play an outside cam probably. For me, the most meta CDM, and this will probably be the same every FIFA, is going to be someone who's quick, strong, good at shooting, good at passing, good at dribbling, solid defender, good at everything basically. That is what Marcelo is. This card is crazy. I think he's actually really good value as well because of how easy he is to link into teams. He's not cheap. He's 1.2 million, but he is an elite top midfielder in the game right now. Richarlison, again, I think he's an absolutely elite card for what he offers. He's got 5-star weak foot, which once we move to the attacking positions, 5-star weak foot is so vital on FIFA. This year more than ever, because what you get with 5-star weak foot is unpredictability. When you've got anything less than 5-star weak foot, it instantly makes it a bit easier to defend against you. 5-star weak foot means you can go either way in the box, and on this new patch where people can't pack the box as much with overload ball side, you get a bit more space. You can see in my latest video I did where I show you an example of how 5-star weak foot's so good. 5-star weak foot, literally, it just changes the game for you. On this patch, you'll get more space. 5-star weak foot means you can go either way. So any player who fits the meta, for me, you can see all the attacks I've picked here are 5-star weak foot attackers. It literally changes the game straight away. I like to have a minimum of 4-star skills as well, because I think the scoop turn is one of the best tricks on the game, because you can go either way with it and it's so quick and you can instantly turn and get a good shot off. So I like my attacks to have 4-star skills and at least 4-star skills. I could accept a 4-star weak foot attacker, but I try to have 5-star weak foots at all times. Every one of my players has 5-star weak foots in my actual team. I'll show you my team quick that I actually use right now, so you can see how I applied the rules of this video into my team for the meta. Richarlison, if you compare him to middle R9, he's a bit slower, similar shooting, better passing, similar ability on the ball, and better physically. This Richarlison is not miles different to mid R9. Okay, Everton don't have many top players to strong link to, but Premier League in Brazil makes him very easy to link in. Again, a great value card. I'm about to do my shapeshifter pack after I've recorded this video, so I'm really hoping I can get him. Ben Yedder. I think his base card on this game is an 83, and I've had nightmares about that card since the beginning of the game. A 90 rated Ben Yedder is crazy. I've not used him, but I've seen him against me, and he's a nightmare. He has the 4-star, 5-star that I like. This one actually has pretty good stamina, but in attack, the main things that you want to be looking for, like say the weak foot, decent pace, like 90 plus pace, high finishing, good shot power, and ability on the ball. If you've got as good dribbling as this Ben Yedder has, like 97, 96, 92 on the agility bands dribbling the key ones, and you can finish, and you're quick, and you've got the weak foot, you're going to be an absolute nightmare to defend in the box. This is a card at some point I'd like to use this year. I think Ben Yedder is on course to get a team of the season as well. So that card is going to be absolutely insane. You can see a pattern with these attackers that I'm going for with the meta. They're quick, they have high finishing shot power, they're passing solid enough, they've got decent physicals, but they're very good on the ball as well. Because the main way of scoring on this game that suits the game is pass it into the box, have a 5-star weak foot, turn and shoot. It's not the most efficient way in the sense of it doesn't work every time, but on this game it is the most consistent way. Atal, like I say, this is probably the best value card in the game right now. He's like 350 to 400k. He has everything. He's got the 4-star skills, the 5-star weak foot. He's rapid, his defending's good, he's physically good, his passing's solid, he can dribble, he can shoot. You could play this card anywhere on the game. Probably the one position I wouldn't pick would be centre back, because maybe his defending stats are a little bit low for there. But fullbacks, CDM, cam, striker, he can do everything. I've played him at CDM, I've played him at cam, I've played him at striker, I've played him at outside cam. This card is insane, and maybe he's not the most meta to fit into a team being from Nice and Algerian. I think the only strong link player that's really good for him is Cyprian, but that's an SBC untradeable. But you can still link to an Icon, an Mbappe, and Neymar, so I don't think it's impossible to link into teams. And he's good enough to play on 8 chem anyway if you need to. Absolutely unreal card that I highly recommend anyone can get if they can fit into the team. He's insane value. Neymar is probably the best non-special card on this game. His gold card is absolutely insane. It's got 5-star, 5-star, the Holy Grail. He's quick, he's got good shooting stats, his passing's fantastic. And those dribbling stats are unreal. But with Neymar, it's not just how unreal his dribbling stats are. He has his own animations in game, which make him even silkier, even smoother on the ball. So I absolutely love Neymar's cards. He's got a 95 headliner right now. I can only imagine how insane his team of the season is going to be, because he's guaranteed to get one. He's been insane in the French league this year. Neymar as well, he has a strong link to Mbappe. He's Brazilian, so he's pretty easy to link into teams. He's the epitome of the meta on FIFA, and he probably will be for the next 5-6 Ultimate teams. It's not letting me go to my team. Let me see if I can get to my team. We'll get to my team here. Okay, here we go. I'll quickly explain my team and why I think it fits the there. Alisson, solid keeper, good links. Luis Felipe, 99 aggression, decent on the ball. No, he's very good on the ball actually. He's rapid. Mendy, we've already explained him. David Luiz, we've explained him. Emerson, he's a little bit weak on the ball, but he's good enough, and he's got insane physicals, and he's quick, and he's easy to link. Richarlison, we've explained him. R9, needs no explaining. Absolutely insane card. Marcelo, we explained him. Like you can see, I'm not just telling you players for the sake of it to make a video. All these players that I've talked about and why they fit the meta, you can see them in my team. I've got a 5-star weak foot in Buccigrado. I just can't necessarily fit all those players that I put in that team there because of chemistry. Rooney, he's quick, got the weak foot, he's good on the ball, high physical stats, good shooting and passing, similar to Marcelo for the CDM. Atal, Richarlison, we've explained him. Buccigrado, quick, got good shooting, 5-star weak foot. When I tell you when I explain to you in these videos what I'm looking for, I'm not just saying it just to make a quick video that'll get some views. I'm just telling you it because it's tried and tested by me. I'm trying to educate you guys as best as possible to have the best FIFA teams you can have. For me, The meta is very much what I've explained in this video. You can see from my team how I've built my team, that I believe in that. I hope this video has been able to help you out, boys. Any questions, any videos you'd like to see, please let me know. I appreciate you watching. Keep it spicy and have a good evening.